Yeah, I hear Expedition 33 is a pretty fun game, but yeah, well, someone around me has played it, but yeah, I will not be able to play it. So, as we get into Herald Knight Errant character exclusive random item stats, Herald Knight Errant is the most important thing to remember, though, so let me just remember that before I move on to the thingamajiggy. But let me, yeah, I should actually just set this for first. Herald, and yeah, we got another run in us. But otherwise, setting random item stats on, and we'll actually get into Herald Knight Errant character exclusive random item custom character. And our stats are pretty cool, it's just I'm not. So, also another Knight Errant run, but I think I forgot the backstory of my previous video. So, second dexterity, Takushi-san, light, and knowledge. Specifically, second mystery first, and then second encounter fourth. But we don't have a strength check, so hopefully we get quick thinking, then I can double up on dexterity. If I don't, well, hey, and you know what? I'm gonna go illegal then. We have the baseball bat, but it's not the greatest weapon. We'll equip it, but it's not the greatest weapon. And yeah, as I said before the timestamp, yeah, Expedition 33 is a pretty cool game. That's all I really have to say. We'll learn Third Eye as much as that does for me. I mean, yeah, but only for the end of the mystery. Plus one knowledge and perception, but again, only until the end of the mystery, which is not so great. So, but yeah, as we get into this run, yeah, if you didn't already hear, also, there was a post that I made where, for the past, well, now 16 hours-ish, but 12, about 12 hours still, as we get Nails, Ramen, Metamorphosis, No Kana, Phantasms Instead, and Silhouettes. Oh my goodness, I might be in a lot of pain. Yeah, my recordings were all wonky. It was partly a setting on OBS, but really it was a setup problem. So hopefully I've ironed that out, and if I have, well, then you're watching this video, or listening to it, or both. So, I could sell the Inspiring Novel. We have a bunch of boss mysteries, so... In fact, I probably just want to pop the Inspiring Novel here. If nothing else, we can go over the positives to running... I want the Army Knife. I'm gonna roll for the Army Knife here. We could have random item statted ourselves, but thankfully the Army Knife was actually just cheap. I think these are pretty much base stats. But as we use the police station, so the thing about early Inspiring Novel use on a Knight Errant run is that you're hoping, well, in my opinion, you're usually hoping that you level up or get a lot of experience during your first mystery. If nothing else, if you're popping Inspiring Novel during any mystery, really, you should be trying to fight as many enemies as possible. Otherwise, you're not making use of the damage increase you get. In fact, it's a high damage increase. But you get the point, I think. And if you haven't, we'll continue to explain. So basically, I like to pop it during a boss mystery, or where there's a mystery where we're guaranteed to run into a boss. That way, I can fight the boss usually more effectively. There are times in which it doesn't make a difference, but usually it makes a difference. Also, we just took a bunch of stamina damage in the face, but we should still be fine. But yeah, other than that, if you pop it at all it really does for you, well, on use, it gives you 2 damage to your attacks. Not ally attacks, but I think kicks are included, if I recall. It's been a while since I actually used it. I can check now. But yeah, so as you can see here, I get 4 damage kicks, which can be really, really good. Otherwise, if I'm using, say, the Army Knife instead, I can get, 14 damage on demand. Now, I still need a bit more, and these are human enemies, so I can actually handcuff these aliens and hand them to the Shiokawa police, but that's not a real thing. Don't hurt me, robots. Let me throw this baseball bat and see what happens. Okay, so we're going to gamble on 80%. We probably didn't need to. We probably could have spread out the odds, but you get the point. It's pretty cool to have the Inspiring Novel, but it only lasts for a mystery, and you have to use it, as I mentioned earlier. Can we brace into anything? I would still rather do this, because the damage bug is really, really painful. And odds are we hit a bunch of these anyway, so it'd be nice to be able to brace into an attack. But otherwise, the other use of the Inspiring Novel is I keep missing, what, 70%? Are these 70%? 60%? Okay, so a bit more reasonable, but nonetheless, we're out in 3 stamina anyways. I've already prepared for that contingency. I could gamble here, don't feel like doing that either. So instead, I could do anything else, but we're just going to keep bracing here. And save time by just hitting Prep Strong. But the other use of the Inspiring Novel is to just sell it, so you can get a weapon quicker. If, for whatever reason, You choose whether it's because you don't have a lot of boss mysteries, or you're just deciding to take a gamble, or otherwise you can just sell the inspiring novel for 2 funds. Now, I think random item stats can affect the selling price of the inspiring novel, but still, it can't go any lower than 1, so you'll still sell it at a profit, unless of course you have a lot of fights. In which case, well, yeah, you might want to save the inspiring novel, but it depends. It depends. Also, keeping in mind that we're on Knight Errant, so although we're not going, I don't think we can fight this boss. I can try to humor it, but I think we just end up losing more. I guess we'll find out, because we can, if nothing else, we can grab some students here to get more damage in, unless they increase the stat. Not really, but still. Oh, I should have actually listened for the rumor. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Well, out of curiosity, I'm gonna reroll this and see if we can get the thing. Well, alright, then we're not doing that. We're not doing any A. We just took a bunch of doom damage. Going to Monument here. But, yeah, I guess we're fighting the regular boss. So, to get ending A, you need to get the Gossip there. I'm pretty sure. It's been a long time since I've done it, but I'm pretty sure that's it. You shouldn't need to do anything weird, but yeah, if you fight the ending A boss, you do end up, I think it's a boss that does all damage, so as opposed to just the non-ending A boss, which does stamina, but we're gonna find out, because I don't remember everything for some reason. I think it's stamina damage. But anywho, oh my goodness. Now, you think that having around 6 in every stat would help you pass 50% of your checks, but it doesn't. Even if we are not... Oh my goodness, and I get fearful as well. Well, now my question is whether or not we survive. We can if we handcuff. Do I want to handcuff? Otherwise, I could go for a gamble. Also, yeah, we lost a point in strength because of students. So what we're gonna do instead... Well, no, we can still handcuff. Now, if I miss this handcuff, I'm going to be very disappointed with myself, but... we didn't miss it, so hey. And then we take the 6% Doom. But compared to what could be, usually it's not so bad to take the Knight Errant penalty. You're usually planning around the Knight Errant penalty, but that does mean you need to know your mysteries, so... Shrug. Looting? Sure. We need this point in strength. And we'll think about where else we want to send the students. I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. One of them is decreasing my strength, yeah. So Student E will definitely toss at an enemy at some point, but we're going to take Phantasms now. We don't have to go through the whole of Phantasms, but... I don't remember actually what ending A is, but it's still probably going to be less painful. Oh my goodness, we have 1 luck. That's right. But it's probably going to be less painful than fighting the boss still. Even though you might say, well, Jordan, isn't your Doom just going to shoot up through the roof? Yeah, that might be true, but overall, if you're comparing endings and getting Knight Errant, usually Knight Errant is still platinum. Now, unless you're taking super Doom damage, which could be true for me here, but we'll see. But yeah, oh my goodness, that's right. For some reason, I was doing a lot more damage than I thought. Well, hey. A pack of cigarettes would be nice, but... I think we just take the Doom here instead, because otherwise, yeah, and then Stench Stricken. So yeah, our Doom's gonna shoot up through the roof, but shrug. Fighting the boss here might just end up killing me. I could try to humor this boss. I guess we could. I'm pretty sure it's ending A. If running away from the boss of Phantasms here is not ending A, I will be quite sad. Hey, an empty bottle. But we'll find out. So yeah, Fearful continuing to destroy my face, but as long as we can hit this attack, we should be pretty good. 85%, well, we're gonna go for it. Might lose 2 reason anyway, so I don't really mind, but thankfully we hit the attack. And we can forget Third Eye for extra reason, but that'll depend. I could also opt to throw the empty bottle at some point, so you know what, we're going to sneak. Never mind, because stats don't matter for me. Just really quickly though, when I say stats don't matter, and we are taking all damage, it's not the most all damage, but it's still like a lot of damage in my opinion. But if we hit this, we're perfectly okay, because I should be able to guarantee these next 2 attacks, question mark? Probably not, never mind. I lied. 75 into 75. Or I could throw the empty bottle and just take a guarantee. Yeah, I'd rather do that than die. There goes some stamina healing, but if we get the bath locked out, then hey. Yeah, really interesting to note, you can just cut off a mystery earlier. And Fearful, that's right. I completely forgot about that, but you know what? We'll take it because that was after the second mystery, so I guess I'll see you in the next video!